Pedersen taught Mary how to snap a photo, and then, like a wizard handing over a magic wand, returned the camera to her. Mary was suddenly bubbling with excitement. Behind the lens, it seemed a whole new world was waiting, and she couldn't wait to rush home to snap her first masterpiece. Her 4 kids, as the images of the children slowly appeared in the developer, Mary felt like a wizard. Pedersen instantly saw Mary's passion and commitment to photography and decided to fully support her, giving her a box with 3 film rolls. She even threw in a flash and some developer, chuckling that these could be used as collateral. Mary could take the camera home, but while she was busy working hard and secretly mastering photography, her husband Fried was up to escape unemployment blues. He was having a beer binge at the local tavern and ended up getting cozy with the waitress. One fateful night, as they were caught in a magic moment, a British worker boat in the dock suddenly exploded. Talk about unexpected drama. The explosion was caused by revolutionary youth. Police tracked swiftly, suspecting accomplices. It was dragged into the chaos, and the waitress, to save herself, told Mary about being with Fried. The waitress' testimony left Mary completely disillusioned with Fried. When did this once charming man turn into a drunken, angry family traitor? The audacity. Her son caused trouble at school. She blamed the older girl. Mary could only endure, but her camera offered some relief. Soon, Fried's sister's family was going to the US. Before departure, Mary agreed to take a family photo for them. This was when Fried realized Mary had been secretly honing her photography skills, and she hadn't sold the camera, which he thought was a little betrayal. When Mary handed him the picture of the kids, Fried was taken aback, thinking, "Hey, isn't that my stunning wife?" From that moment on, he stopped opposing Mary's photography and even went to find a job training horses. Talk about a career change. Neighbors learned Mary could photograph, and soon came she as the neighborhood photographer. When someone asked Mary to take a photo for a deceased girl's family, she felt touched and decided to capture a warm memory. Before the actual shoot, Mary snapped another shot on instinct, capturing a few kids peeking at the girl. It was a moment brimming with. When the photo arrived at the studio, Pedersen was blown away by Mary's talent and bought the picture on the spot. That meant she could pay off Mary's camera and equipment bills, and Mary officially owned her camera then. As luck would have it, Pedersen's assistant quit, and she extended an olive branch to Mary. Time's ill. This was a big surprise, but Mary hesitated, thinking, chores and kids await. After all, abandoning her family to become a full-time photographer felt like a monumental risk. Unfortunately, Fried remained restless. While she was pregnant with their 5th child, he was flirting with other women. He even openly ditched her to dance with his mistress, a ball just pitiful. Since her father told her that marriage is a vow, Mary never considered divorce. Faced with her husband's betrayal, Mary subconsciously blamed herself, thinking her love for photography was what ruined, so she quietly tucked away her camera and poured all her thoughts back into her home. And so, 5 years flew by. They moved to a new home and welcomed 2 more kids. Talk about a fast-paced life. Fried thought about earning some cash with their son in the Grand Canyon, but he knew this lifestyle wouldn't last long. Before long, World War broke out, and Fried and his brothers decided to enlist together. On the day of departure, he asked Mary to take a candid military photo. Mary stepped back into Pedersen's studio, and after 5 years, he was quite moved to see her. He specially prepared the best photo paper and developer for Mary, even sneaking in a dried rose. Mary decided to pick up her abandoned photography dream again, and boy, was she thrilled. However, as soon as Fried left, the entire weight of the family's responsibilities fell squarely onto Mary's shoulders. It was truly an arduous and tough situation. Their eldest daughter had to go back to her old employer as a maid to help support the family. Mary never wanted this but had no choice. But reality turned out to be worse than she imagined. The troubles piled up. The employer was a middle-aged brother-sister duo who often had the girl doing favors. It didn't end well. One day, the brother made an unbelievable move, and the girl bolted in fear. This time, Mary couldn't take it anymore and decided to go confront the situation for her daughter. After some negotiation, Mary managed to get her daughter's wages back, and the employer even agreed to help her find another job. Amid global turmoil, Nordic kings gathered to discuss avoiding war. On the day of the king's visit, Mary captured a picture of the three kings together, a truly historic moment. In the distance, Pedersen noticed her and snapped a photo of Mary in action. It was a classic shot. Thanks to Pedersen's recommendation, the local paper bought Mary's photo of the kings. What a jackpot. That Christmas, not only did Mary gain some extra income, but her fame also spread like wildfire. More and more people came knocking, begging her to take their Christmas photos. And just then, Fried returned from the front lines. He thought enlisting would change things, but he hadn't even seen a decent battle. When he returned, he saw the house packed with people waiting for Mary to take photos, and his temper flared. He thought, who are all these people? Am I being sidelined here? Mary ignored his displeasure, stayed busy, feeling hit by a sledgehammer of indifference. Fried continued to hit the tavern for a drink and wandered the streets with his mistress. Until one day, he discovered a photo of his wife hanging in the kitchen of Pedersen's studio. Talk about speechless. Rage boiled within him, and he stormed into the shop, snatching the photo and yelling at Pedersen.